Today I will show you how to knit Fair Isle without using the Deco device. All of the examples on the screen are from the old Passap Purple Stitch Pattern book. I will knit my name for the purpose of the video. If you have a Deco device, obviously you can make a punch card. You can also use the online generator and the links to the letters I have provided to generate one for yourself. Or you can use the letters to make the chart instead of making a custom font. You will find the links for the blank sheets of graph paper used in the video to design your own images or patterns. The sheets have a row count on the right side. The ones with a row count starting at 4 are for Fair Isle and double bed jacquard patterns, and the ones with a row count starting at 2 are suitable for intarsia. This is what the filled sheet must look like. We will start knitting from the bottom toward the top of the sheet. My name is written upside down, so the cast on row will be just above the letters. Now let's go to the knitting machine. First, make sure the racking handle is in its lowest position. My name takes 30 squares of the graph paper, so I will raise 38 needles. This way I will have 4 additional needles on each side of the knitting. Raise the opposite 38 needles and make sure they are arranged according to the needle rule. Then place the edge springs on the last working ones. It should look like this. For my test piece, I will set both locks to N and the stitch size to 4.5. Now insert the orange strippers. Move the lock and take the background color yarn. You also have to prepare the contrasting color ready in the changer. I will use the same kind of yarn for both colors. For my test piece, I will start by making a racking cast on. To make it, you have to rotate the racking handle one full turn to the left and knit one row. Then rotate the racking handle one full turn to the right and knit another row. Clear the row counter, set the front lock to BX and press the left arrow key. Then set the back lock to BX and press both arrow keys. On the front bed, raise pushers under all working needles and put them in resting position. On the back bed, raise pushers under all working needles and put them in working position. Then use the orange ruler and arrange them in a 1-to-1 division. Now start knitting until you get to the point where you want the image to start. Don't forget that each knitted row represents 4 passes of the lock. When you finish knitting, the lock must be on the right side of the machine and the pushers on the front bed must be in resting position. You can also change the colors on every 2 rows starting from the very beginning. I will knit the top border by using the background color only, and for the bottom border I will change the colors on every 2 rows so you can see the final result at the end of the video. To make the border, I chose to knit 20 rows. At this point you basically want to attach the Deco device and insert the punch card with the image. Each punch card has a directional arrow, but no matter where the arrow is pointing, you can insert the card in every direction to mirror the image or knit it upside down. This will be helpful for those of you that are using the online punch card generator. If you don't have a Deco device, you have to rotate the graph paper sheet when you are designing the image or the desired text. Let's start from the bottom row. I have 30 stitches for my name and 38 stitches for the knitting, so I will skip the first 4 needles, then I will start raising pushers for each black square on my graph paper sheet. Now knit 2 rows with the background color, then 2 rows with the contrasting color yarn. Finally, take the background color again and move to the next row of the image. For the second row, I only need to change the pushers for the letter A. Now knit 2 rows with color 1, 2 rows with color 2 and change to the first color in the end. Then you have to start rearranging the pushers for the third row. As you can see, the third and the fourth rows are the same, so this time I will knit 8 rows in total. I have placed the row counter in the upper left corner to make it easier for you. The row count shown is the same as the one on the lock. If the row counter on the lock is showing 8 rows, you have to arrange the pushers according to row 12 from the graph paper sheet. This tutorial may seem a bit complicated, and that's why I will show you the whole process of knitting my name. The video is sped up because I don't want to lose your time, but if you find it too fast, you can always use the pause button and observe the still frame in detail. If you are watching the video on a mobile device, try to zoom in by diagonally swiping your fingers on the screen. This option is very useful if you are watching on a small screen. Now I will give you another tip. Check the row count on the lock and place the orange ruler over the sheet so it hides the row count shown on the lock. This is an easier way to see the next row of the pattern. Also, make a habit to take the background color each time you are done with the row so you will be ready to knit right after you arrange the pushers for the next row. As you can see, it's not a very slow and tedious process. I haven't tried to match the size of the graph paper to the pushers, but I think I got pretty close to the exact spacing, and this may even make the process easier because you can visually see the black dots on the sheet above the pushers. The last two rows of the text are the same, so we are almost ready. As always, I will ask you to support me by liking the video and subscribing to my channel. I can see that only 8% of you are actually subscribed. I'm knitting the last 8 rows. You can use the same technique to knit a single bed fair isle. Now we have 44 rows on the counter and on the sheet, which means that we are done. Let's knit the bottom border. First, put all pushers on the front bed in resting position. Make sure the background color is in the lock and reset the row counter. Now continue knitting. This time, as I said, I will change the colors every 2 rows to show you how this will affect my test swatch. I will knit 20 rows to make the border the same size as the top one. This is the final result. Do you like how it looks like? This is the back side. The white part is the first 20 rows that I knitted in the beginning by only using the background color yarn. For the bottom 20 rows I changed the colors on each second row. The contrasting color is slightly visible on the right side, so don't forget about that when you start knitting a project. Now I will share some more information with you. If there is a blank row in the image, as in this example, you have to knit 4 rows, 2 with the background color and 2 with the contrasting color yarn. A blank row in the chart means that you must put all pushers on the front bed in resting position. The other thing that you may notice in this picture is that the squares are marked with different symbols. The different symbols are used to show you that you have to use different colors of contrasting yarn. Don't forget to send me a photo of something you have knitted using this method. I will be very interested to see it. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day and see you in my next video.